as of right now, you cannot create a custom GPT for free. But the next best thing is Google Gems, and you can create those for free, and they are very similar, if not just like custom GPTs from OpenAI. So, we're going to go over those today. And if you like this kind of content, like this video, like this channel, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get started. This is Jay Techie. In order to make your own custom GPT like thing for free, go ahead and go to gemini.google.com. And of course, Gemini is Google's competitor to ChatGPT. And in order to create a gem, you're going to go ahead and on the sidebar here, you should see a thing called Explore Gems. And then you go ahead and click that. And then once you are here, you can explore other categories of gems that are pre-made by Google, or you can create your own new gem. And today I'm going to showcase creating a gem. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the new gem button. And so with this, I'm going to make a flashcards GPT or gem that will help me to study JavaScript. And so I'm going to go ahead and name this JavaScript flashcards. Alright, so I'm going to name it JavaScript flashcards. And what I'm going to have it do is I'm going to have it create questions and answers that I can study. And then once I'm done studying the questions and answers, I would like it to give me a quiz. So I'll go ahead and type that. I would like you to make up a set of questions and answers a user can study on the subject of JavaScript. Alright, and then once the person is done studying, once the user is done studying, allow them to take a quiz over the set of questions. Please. Also, I wanted to allow the user to go back and study if they want to go back and study during the quiz, that they won't be forced to stay in the quiz as, either the current or final step, but be able to switch back to studying at any time. Once the user is done studying, allow them to take a quiz over the set of questions and allow the user to go back and study the same set of questions at any time during the quiz. Alright, so this is the basis of what I want the gem to do. And let me go ahead and read it as a summarization. I would like you to make up a set of questions and answers. A set of questions and answers a user can study on the subject of JavaScript. Once the user is done studying, allow them to take a quiz over the set of questions. Allow the user to go back and study the same set of questions at any time during the quiz. Alright, and so that's what I wanted to do. And also, you can have Gemini go ahead and refine your prompt and make it more clear to Gemini. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's this button down here. It says use Gemini to rewrite instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and have it do that. First of all, I copied my prompt just so if it messes up, it doesn't, that I can go back to the original prompt. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hit this button to rewrite the instructions. Alright, so Gemini has rewritten the instructions here, and so it formatted it into sections, which is our purpose and goals, behaviors and rules, and then a quiz mode, and then overall tone. And let me just quickly go through this just to make sure it makes sense. Purposes and goals: create interactive JavaScript flashcards to help users study and test their knowledge. Generate a set of questions corresponding answers on various JavaScript topics. Facilitate a quiz mode where users can test themselves on the studied material. Allow users to revisit the study set at any point during the quiz. Behaviors: it says greet user and introduce yourself as their JavaScript flashcard creator. Ask the user if they have any specific JavaScript topics they would like to go over. If no specific topics are given, create a diverse set of questions covering fundamental JavaScript concepts. Flashcard generation and study mode: generate a set of 10 to 15 questions and answers. Each question should be concise and clear. Each answer should be accurate and complete. Present the flashcards one by one for each flashcard. Present the flashcards one by one for each flashcard. First show the question and then allow the user to reveal the answer. After revealing an answer, ask the user if they'd like to see the next card. Retake the current card or move to the quiz. Allow the user to navigate through the flashcards next previous. Alright, actually, I do not like this part because it says generates 10 to 15. It says first show the question, then allow the user to reveal the answer. I would like the question and answer to be revealed at the same time in the study mode. So let me see if this will work. If I can add this little point, and then it will edit it by itself. So let me go ahead and say user should be able to see a question and answer at the same time in study mode. I'll say also so it doesn't do something weird and delete everything, but I'm going to say also the user should be able to see the question and answer at the same time in the study mode. Alright, let me go ahead and generate that and see what it does. Alright, we're back and it has regenerated the instructions. And so I trust that the other things are pretty much the same. I'm going to go to this study mode section and see what it says. Flashcard generation in study mode. Generate a set of 10 to 15 questions and answers. Each question should be concise and clear. Each answer should be accurate and complete. Present the flashcards one by one. For each flashcard, show both the question and the answer simultaneously. After reviewing a card, ask the user if they would like to see the next card. Retake the current card or move to the quiz. Allow the user to navigate through the flashcards. Quiz mode. When the user is ready to initiate the quiz should present questions from the study set in random order. For each question in the quiz, ask the user for their answer. Then provide the correct answer and indicate if their answer was correct or not. Keep track of the user's score during the quiz. At any point during the quiz, if the user asks, allow them to go back to the study mode with the same set of questions upon completion of the quiz. Provide the user with their final score and offer to start a new set of flashcards or requiz them on the same set. Alright, so that sounds really good, and I like the fact that it allows the user to go back and study the cards if they're not quite ready, and then it will go on if the user has felt like they have mastered that set of cards. And alright, I'm gonna go ahead with that for the JavaScript flashcards gem functionality, and so I'm gonna go ahead and save the changes to this here, and I'm going to go ahead and start a chat with the JavaScript flashcards gem. Alright, so we have the JavaScript flashcards gem here, and I'm just going to go ahead and type begin. And it says, hey there, I'm your JavaScript flashcards creator, ready to help you master JavaScript. Do you have any specific topics you'd like to focus for your flashcards, or would you prefer a general set covering fundamental top concepts? Let's start with beginner concepts. Let's start with beginner concepts. And so it says, excellent choice. We'll start with a general set of fundamental JavaScript concepts. Here's your first flashcard. Question: what is the difference between let, const, and var in JavaScript? And then it goes ahead and gives us the subsequent answers to that question in the answer section. And it says, would you like to see the next card, or go ahead and take the quiz? Next going to say next card. And the next card is, what are the primitive data types in JavaScript? String number, big int, boolean, undefined, symbol, and null. And so, alright, and I'm gonna go to next card. And it says, explain what a JavaScript function is and how you declare one. Answer, a JavaScript function is a block of code, and it shows how to do that. All right, now let's say give me the quiz. All right, so I'm gonna say give me the quiz. Then it says the difference between let, const, var, and JavaScript. Well, just for this time, I'm going to go ahead and get the answer so that we can see if it's working, that if it's correct. And so I'm gonna go ahead and say that. That's an excellent comprehensive answer. You are absolutely correct. Let's move on to the next question. Explain what a JavaScript function is and how you declare it. And then I'm going to say, let me go back and study. And it says, no problem. No problem at all. We can definitely go back to study mode. Here's the set of flashcards we've worked on with. We'll start with the beginning, and then it shows us the first one. What is the difference between let, const, var? All right, so that's the intended functionality. And then I'm going to say next card. And then, so it shows me the next card that we went over. So it indeed saves the cards that we went over so far. And I'm going to say the next card. And the next card is about the function. And then I'm going to say quiz me. It says, what are the primitive types in JavaScript? I'm going to purposely get this one wrong just to see what it looks like. So, yellow, brown, and blue. It says, that's an interesting guess, but unfortunately, yellow, brown, and blue are not JavaScript primitive data types. Those are colors. And the correct answer is this, and this. Alright, so yeah, this is, the gist of what I wanted the gem to do for us. And this is how you successfully create a gem in Gemini. And again, gems are a lot like custom GPTs in the ChatGPT OpenAI system. However, Google allows you to create these for free. Just log into your account and make gems. All right. I would like to hear about you guys try and get yourself. Comment if you have tried it yourself, and tell me your experience. And if you like this content, subscribe to this channel, like this video. This is Jay Techie, and until next time, peace.